We're here at Pioneer River Ranch out in Vail, Colorado. Not only are we having a little fun, we're getting some testing done. Doing some product testing on the new 2007 M1000s from Arctic Cat. As you can see here, this one sled has all the stock components on it. We basically use it as a test mule, basically. Then the sled we throw our components on, we take all the data and everything we learned from the dyno. But what really matters to us is actually what it's going to do in the field for the customer, because that's where it counts. These sleds here belong to Eric Volk out of Alpine Motorsports out of Kremling, Colorado. One of our new dealers here this year, and we've been doing a lot of inside testing and stuff with him, getting a lot of feedback. We're riding today with Stu from Alpine Motorsports and Chris Brown.
I'm Chris Brown. I live in Steamboat, Colorado. I'm a professional snowmobiler. I ride for Slednex. I basically ride professionally. I take the winter off and ride snowmobiles. So Jeremy and I have been talking on the phone quite a bit lately, and I heard he was coming out. He said he was going to come out for the day and do a shoot, and I wanted to come meet him and test out some pipes with him. The pipes are awesome. The pipes, the white pipe and can is awesome. I can't wait to get mine. Last year I actually did a world record distance attempt on an M7 with a stock Arctic Cat M7 motor and nitrous. This year we're going to do on a Snow Pro mod, which is a Speedworks motor, and Jeremy's going to help me out with that. Get it dialed to go 90 miles an hour and not blow up.
The use demand in the mountains is so radically different from what you'd see in the Midwest, or or a lake racer or a touring fella, or any of these different market segments are so radically different in terms of use demand. These machines are asked to do things that other machines aren't. They're held oftentimes at full throttle positions for very long periods of time in minutes. Yeah, and that's something that's difficult to convey sometimes to the Eastern people. They have no idea, but when we're floating across this 4 or 5 feet of fluff, hammer down long periods of time. That's one thing. On this unit here to my right, we have our Y pipe, our single pipe, and our lightweight muffler. This system here alone, with the pipe and the Y pipe, will add 16 to 17 horsepower over your stock machine. You do need a Boondocker fuel controller with it to add the proper amount of fuel so you don't have any reliability issues. And our lightweight muffler, it doesn't add any horsepower, but it does shed over 10 pounds away from your sled. The full system itself with the pipe and the muffler will drop 15 pounds. So if you can imagine, riding with 15 less pounds strapped to your back or strapped to your sled all day, it makes a noticeable difference. A lot of people don't get a chance to see what goes on behind the scenes, and what we've done today is more than just race a few times up a hill. We've swapped these pipes back and forth between these machines, as well as that unit over there. We swapped clutching, something that we work on really hard together. For instance, we've been testing since mid-September on this product, since Jeremy first fired some of the prototype stuff out to us. This unit here has over 600 miles, and another one of our test mules over there has well over 600 miles as well. These are test miles, a lot of it side by side, laboriously testing one product to another and swapping clutching and fuel maps and pipes and all of the things that these guys are so good at manufacturing and finding on the dyno. We try to turn it into real world performance out here.
You have to make a huge amount of change from riding out west back to the Midwest. There's a huge amount of change just due to the elevation change on the sled. And one thing with Eric, if we send him a pipe or something, and it works good for, say, here, it works good here or there, and he says it doesn't work here, well, we know where we need to make the change, and with our development team, we'll make the proper changes and we'll send him another piece. All this goes on before the customer gets the finished product, and people are always wondering why it takes so long. It's like, well, we're not going to send some out there unless it, we're going to put our name on it and it's going to have our seal of approval. We're going to stand behind it 100%.
Their commitment to this product, to the M Series product, has been greater than anyone in the industry, and their products have been being developed in a fashion that no one else has been willing to invest that sort of effort and this sort of testing into the product in the mountains.
That's why I want Jeremy to help me with the motor. I want it to be as reliable as possible, because I don't want to be going 85 or 90 and have it seize up. So that's where he's going to help us out.
And we wouldn't be able to do what we do without guys like Eric. We don't have the manpower or the experience when it comes to riding out west. We wouldn't be able to do it without guys like Eric. So Eric, I'd like to thank you for coming out and riding with us.
Thank you, Jeremy. It's been a pleasure.
Letting us use the sleds.
Anytime.
It's awesome.
Jeremy, Arctic Cat just won for a year-end points. What do you think about that?
Pretty pumped for Arctic Cat and Speedworks. It pays off for everybody at Arctic Cat and at Speedworks when everything works the way it should, and it wins. It makes it all worthwhile.